only 37 of these in the world, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to talk about the card and this variation of the card. So you know a little bit more about Topps 206 Star Wars cards. I think this is kind of an underfollowed set for what it is. I mean, this is a really, really cool set because it's very different from a lot of the Topps Star Wars stuff and really stands out a lot. And it's worth going after. I'm going to explain why. So 37 of these Qi'Ra home world variation cards. Now, Topps 206 Star Wars is a throwback to old tobacco cards by, I guess, Topps. I guess they were making them way back when. See how they're smaller, and apparently they look like those cards. So they are very old school kind of style. And I'll show you some other ones I have too and kind of talk about some of the differences between these. But the homeworld variations are really, really rare. So aside from the image variation cards and the 1/1 black star fields, these are the rarest variation. It's 1 per 30 Topps 206 packs to pull one of these cards. And on top of that, this particular card, Qi'Ra, the character, comes from Wave 4. And Wave 4 was the shortest printed set. As Topps did a new wave, the print runs got smaller. Now in the description below this video, I'm putting 3 links where a lot of this general information is coming from. They talk about the different waves. There are checklists. There are pull rate odds. So you can get a lot of the information that I'm sharing with you. But I think this is really underfollowed. And the reason is this particular variation, there are only 37 of, according to the Realistic Collector blog, the link to which I'll put in the description below, again, with those other 2 sources. And the thing about these cards is they look exactly the same as the base set card. So the most common card, the base card, looks just like this, except it does not have this planet name on it. It just says Qi'Ra on it. Now, other rarities you can get, basically the border changes as you go up. So the next one up is blue. Then they have what looks like a base set card, but instead of this character name on the back, it just has the Star Wars logo. So that's after the blue. Then you have orange. And it goes up from there all the way. There are several different colors, and it goes up to the rarest colored border is the black, which is 1/1, and it does have a 1/1 gold stamped serial stamp on it. So this is the orange border one. This is basically your 3rd rarity up. But even these are not really, really heavily printed. Here's a logo back from Padme Amidala. Now it doesn't appear that there is a homeworld variation of Padme, but if there was, it would be this card. It would look just like this, except it would have like Naboo after the name, right? Just like with the Qi'Ra card. And this is the one that's after the blue border. So you can see the differences there. This is the standard back, and this is the Star Wars logo back. Again, this comes after blue border, but before the orange. But again, at least according to that site, therealisticcollector.com, there are 45 of these, and that's like in the world, right? Out of the entire print run. So, it's not the highest color bordered rarity, but it's still really rare. This is just not a large printed series. Here are some examples of the blue border ones I happen to have out right now. I do have other Topps 206 cards, and these are ones that I look for. And I just think that they've got to be underfollowed because I paid $120 for this, right? Not including shipping and tax. And if you're a Star Wars collector, you have a character that you really like. I do like Qi'Ra cards. I feel like Qi'Ra is a very strong character among the newer Star Wars characters. And just overall, I just think that she really stands out as a really great, strong character. So I like going after Qi'Ra cards. I think she's a strong character to go after. And there just aren't a lot of these. And I like these too because, look, Star Wars Topps is such a saturated kind of product, right? I mean, the Star Wars collecting category, there's just so much stuff in it, right? And of course, there are a ton of Star Wars cards, and Topps puts out so many products, and even the serialized cards, right? They serialize so many cards and have so many different rankings of serialization that is just so saturated, even for something as popular as Star Wars. So these are not standard card sizes. And I think that helps them stand back. They have that throwback vintage style, and they haven't really made a lot of these. They have some other throwback stuff. They've got the Throwback Thursday set, like right here, that I have here with Mon Mothma, which is cool, another vintage throwback card. But again, this is still kind of similar because it's a standard trading card size, right? But these are so different, and they really stand out on a slab too, because look how much, slab there is compared to the card. That helps it stand out. And you got to think about that as a collector, I think. If you're in a saturated field, or you collect something and there's going to be so many other cards that your cards might get lost in the shuffle, how is what you're going after going to stand out a little bit? What's something that can help it stand out? They do have this kind of vintage look that just helps them stand out. And I think they're great pickups. I wonder, it's speculation, but I wonder if there's just not a lot of information. People just, look at these and they think they're cool, but they don't understand that these are not super heavily printed. Also, too, like this looks just like the base set version, right? The base set version of this card which itself is not super heavily printed. It looks exactly like it, so I can see how people could just gloss over it if they don't know that, look, this has Corellia on it. This is one of the rarest cards you can get outside of the image variations and the one-of-one serialized and the autograph cards too. There's some autograph ones. There are some other ones to look out for as well. Again, check out those 3 sites that I put down in the description below this video. You have crests, like the Rebel crest card, you have vehicle inserts, and you have planet inserts, which is just literally like the card and it's got the planet Naboo or something like that on it, that are also rare inserts. They're not as rare as the homeworld insert, but you can look out for those. And also look out for these logo back ones because these are above the blue border rarity. And again, this is something that's also easy to gloss over because they look exactly like the base set card. I mean, the Padme base set card is going to look like this on the front and it's going to look like this on the back. And this is the difference. It has instead the Star Wars logo, and it is more rare than the base set card. It's more rare than the blue bordered card. So that is all I wanted to talk about with this set. I want to know what you think about this set, especially within the context of Star Wars tops. I really like the set. I recommend it. Tell me what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you in another video very soon.